What's up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. So I climbed up this tower to give us an overall view of our train that we set up last time, and as you can see there's a couple of locos there in the distance. So there's 3 locos with a slug in between, the DE6s, and then if we follow this down here we can also see there's a DE6 at the end as well. So we're going to get everything fired up in just a moment. After loading back in as well, we've got another DE6 which is spawned in, so that's quite funny. But yeah, guys, we're about to make a start, so please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Alright, so we're going to start these trains up actually from front to back, because from the rear here we're going to actually be able to go to the station office, and once this rear one's fired up we'll be able to validate our orders. So let's get ourselves to the front and we'll starting things up, and we'll start releasing sort of parking brakes as well. Oh, we've just fallen off the bridge already. Right, the bridge of doom. Let's see if we can get ourselves back on the track here. Right, so where are we? We're on the bumper of the front of this loco. So power should be on. We'll hit the startup button. We'll put her into drive, and we'll have train brake on, but yeah, that's just ensuring that that is all switched, so the cutout is actually open there, so that's absolutely fine. And we'll just release this just to see what happens. So yeah, this seems to be the only parking brake on, so that's good. That's a good start. It means everything's loaded in properly instead of having 1,000,001 parking brakes on. So also, we are in transmit mode and forward there, so that's absolutely spot on in terms of the remote. Now, these actual second locos are connected via the MU cable, but because we've got a loco at the back, we're firing up the remote which overrides the MU cable. As previously discussed in other videos, once you do that, once you've got the remote switched on, the remote MU cable no longer, sorry, the MU cable is no longer in effect. So this is in forward mode and receive, which is correct because we are facing forward. Now the slug is along with us, although it's not going to be active here because, as I said, the MU cables are going to be overridden, so it's not going to be actually of any effect until unless we want to switch off the remote, and then we'll have the slug additional traction motor power. So this remote is in reverse and receive mode, so that's correct because this loco is pointed in the opposite direction. So she's now fired up, and as you can see, the controls are all set up mirroring the front loco, so this one is facing that way. In terms of the reverse, so the train brakes on, cutout is in effect. And yes, we've already checked the remote. We've got the flashing light there because of the parking brake on the front loco. Right, now we get into the actual cars. So first set of cars is 50. We've lost our orders, we'll need to get them. So let's remember 50, we should come up on a flag here if it's still there. Yes, there it is. So 50, 23, pushing our way back here. We should have another flag here, unless I've skipped past it. There's one. So 50, 23 and 43. So that's the order. Just make sure those jobs are still available first, because otherwise we've completely wasted our time there. Right, so there's 23, so that's the middle one. That's steel mill, no, that's shunting, food factory. We've got 50, which is the first one, so we'll put that in inventory slot 1, inventory slot 2, and the final one was 43, wasn't it? Which is a freight hall. There we go, which again is coal. So yeah, inventory 3, 2, 1. Okay, so these cars, back cars, just checking, should be not those ones. It's these ones. Hold on, we're completely lost. Where's our loco gone? Here we are. It's the cars in between. 43. Right, so we just got this loco to fire up. Like so. Right, let's get ourselves in here with receive, reverse, yes, and we're all good. So all of our train is now set up to go. We could put lights on here if we wanted. We could put a tail light on. think that should be it. No effect because... I think because this is... There we go. There we've got tail light on. Right, but the thing is once we start throwing switches on the front loco, we'll find that in terms of lights, the other one should follow suit. Wow, I wish I could actually stay, you know, on the track there without falling off. It would really help. So let's see. So forward and reverse means that we get our front lights on. No lights here. Yeah, no lights on this one. No lights here. Do we have one here in terms of a tail light? Yes. So that's fine. That's absolutely fine as it is. It's not doing any harm. Right, let's go and validate our orders and then just hope that everything moves when we actually set off. Everything goes together. If I could... That's not the station office, is it? Certainly isn't. It's the one with the green light above it. Wow. Right then, I think we're all set. I think we are, at least. But there we go. Right, so this remote is slightly out of range here. So what we're going to do is release the train brake and fire her up. And we're moving, so that's a good start. Now I'm going to quickly dash down here. And you can hear power. So the remote is absolutely working. Because this remote control is only... What's squeaking? Okay, we do have some screeching stuff here. And I'll tell you why. It's because we forgot to take off the parking... Well, I forgot to take off the parking brake. And there you go. So, yeah, we are controlling this front loco with the remote. And all of the other locos, the three other locos that are all D6s, they're all controlled via the remote MU connection. So, we are going to call power plant. So coming out of here, we want to be heading this way and down here to get to here. I think this is the quickest way. I mean, we could go this way, but I think if you look at the map, we're coming out of here, so we could go up here. We're kind of heading away to come back up and then round this way, which is... This is all very faffy. You're going through numerous stations to get here. I think let's come out of here, go this way, up through City West, up to coal power plant. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so let's go back to our route. So, coming out of here, this switch... why is it that way? This switch wants to be there, along here. This switch that way. This switch there, there, and here. Right, let's just quickly, while we're just building up a little bit of speed, go to City West and just check that as we approach we're going to go through, yes. And then coal power plant we'll be taking a look at. I would imagine this switch needs to be that way to go in, or we'll need to reverse. I don't know which way, because we need to actually take a look at our manifests now. So we'll just switch each of these to the right page for uncoupling. Like that. Right, so A2I, B5I, and A2I. So we've got A2Is, two of them. That's a bit awkward because the two orders there that are going to A2I are at the rear of the consist and directly behind us. The set in the middle is going to B5I, so we've got a bit of a back and forth action there. So A2I, thankfully, is this lovely siding. And B5I is going to be part of this yard. So, this could get quite interesting, actually, and I'm probably going to have some people screaming at me in the comment section that I've done it wrong, because there'll probably be mistakes made here. So, there's two different ways we can do it. We either go forward and then reverse up here and then go forward anyway, or just come all the way around and end up in A2I. Either way, we've got a section in the middle which needs to go in there. So I wonder, with that in mind, Just having a look at the speed here. So we've got 50 limit here, we're going 50. Just back off a tiny bit. So I wonder if we come round and then go this way and then there. We still can't do B until we've done A first. 6S might not have anything in it. Let's take a gamble. Let's go around. Just on the speed limit there still. Right, let's go around. Let's go into A2I first. We'll drop off. Actually, we don't. We've got loco on the back, which could help us out. That was the whole purpose of bringing it, actually. Just have a little think of this, actually. Think about it, because it's certainly going to be interesting. Let's just have a quick look at our action here. So we've got a 60 limit. Got some time to think. Passing under these rails. Heading into night time as well, which isn't the best time. As you can see there, it's actually 6 o'clock at night. Because in the last of the day, we set up our consist to come this way. We want to get these time bonuses if possible. So right, I'm going to suggest that we go in here first. We drop the rears. We drop the rear load of cars. We can then come forward. Don't think that's going to help. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. We can come forward past here. We can dispatch of the rears, and then come round this way. We can drop the rears anywhere here. So we'll disconnect, that's what I'm saying. Just make sure the power's off here. So we'll disconnect the rears. We'll then come round this way. We can come in this way, I think. Hold on. Put a little bit of brakes on here because we're going a bit too fast. So we could come this way if we wanted to. So one way that we could do it is to come through 3L, which is going to be free because it's a loading bay. So let's aim to do that. So we'll come round, we'll have that switch there, come round here, come in this way. Have the train come round here. Are we on a 50 limit still? It says 70 there. Alright, we made it round anyway. So yeah, let's try it this way then. We'll come round here. We'll pass this one. We'll come round and hopefully have enough space to then reverse the rear cars in there. If that fails, then we're going to have to think of a different option. Because obviously I can't measure how much distance there is. I think though, coming in this way is going to give us more space to manoeuvre than coming in this way. And then trying to reverse into B. But what we must do before we go in there is to disconnect the rear cars. Because it's certainly going to be too long otherwise. Once we've done that, once we've dropped the B, we can then pull forward and aim to reverse those cars as far as possible into here. And we'll then pull our locos out and then do the rears, put the rear ones in that way and then that way. It's a bit convoluted, that, and there must be I'm sure somebody's screaming in the comment section, or you will work it out an easier way of doing it. I'm absolutely certain. But yeah, let's go with it. Let's go with it. We just need to remember to disconnect when we arrive. Where are we now? Alright, we've made some good progress. Oh, we've had the map up there. I wonder if that's what happens when you're actually, you know, driving somewhere, or if you're any sort of navigator. You've got the map out and all of a sudden you're there. Okay, we've got a 30 limit here. The brakes are up. The pressure's up. I want to see the speed dropping off a bit better than that, really. Let's release the brake again now, because we've just... The thing is, it takes ages to release the brake. This is why the dynamic brake on the DE6 is absolutely perfect for this type of thing. Because you don't have to faff around with releasing the brake so much, you know? But yeah, this is certainly going to be interesting, and I want to see if we can hit our time bonuses here, so let's get a move on. So we were flying, but now we've obviously slowed down because we're heading uphill a little bit. Keep an eye on the oil temperature here. She shouldn't have a problem though, she's got 3 D6s behind, given that extra push. So we shouldn't struggle with oil temperature here, I wouldn't have thought. So our first drop off is, that's 11 cars, so it's the middle one that's 12. So when I say our first drop off, that's going to be, that order is going to be, the rear one is going to be the one that we're going to disconnect with that DE6 on the back. I hope that she can manage that on her own. I am thinking she'll probably be alright, but we didn't check the weather either, so there's always that, isn't there? You know, if it rains, she might struggle. But thankfully, we've got these other locos at the front on hand to give her a hand. We've done more complex stuff than this, though, so it's a case of logistics. This, in terms of will it fit? Will the cars fit round the way that we want them to? But we've got the remote as well, which really helps. The last time I tried to do something like this, I didn't have the remote connected because I was doing it with DE6s only, which was a barrel of laughs, I'll tell you. We just put a bit of brake on here just to slow down a bit. I want to take a look at our consistor. You can see decent length there. Right, we're coming around this corner now, so let's get a bit more brake on, I think. She's not really slowing down. It says 50 here. It quickly becomes 30 here though, so... Right, so we've got to push uphill here, and literally our next sort of activity is called power plant, so we've made really good progress. I don't know what the timescales are like for this. 44 minutes. I think we're going to be alright here. I don't want to speak too soon, because I think it could get a bit faffy in the actual core power plant station itself, but aside from the usual sort of faffing around with getting everything into the required places, I think we'll be alright. Remember, we've got a train coming around the corner and there's 30 limit still, so in terms of that turn back there, you see our other D6 isn't actually at City West yet. It's just arriving now. It's literally just arriving at City West. So yeah, just take it easy on the power just yet. So she should be coming round now. Pretty good. Okay, so she's just come into that sort of hot zone there. But yeah, no problem power-wise. I don't feel sort of in any way intimidated by these hills. It's, yeah, just very comfortable up here. Not a problem at all. So yeah, what we'll do is then, once we actually arrive, we will just be ready to disconnect the rears, which I can visualise doing now in terms of exactly where it's going to happen. So yeah, it's a case of us getting the rear D6 just past this switch here, and we can stop, disconnect, well, it won't be there, but it'll be about here, we disconnect the rears to eventually, and that'll be the last move to bring those in here. But yeah, firstly we'll be coming forward through here, round, to come back up here to then reverse into B5. It's B5I, so yeah, that'll be fun. Right, here we go. So we are actually now very much here. So we'll just ease off. Oh no, we're not here, sorry. This is the switch before. It's a 60 though here, so still keep the power going. And yeah, as I was saying, we are here, pretty much. It's got a little further to go. You'll see the loco's already spawned in there. City West, our DE2's still there, even though we paid off the fees. It's stuck, it's in the tunnel. Let's hope that doesn't stay there. I was kind of hoping that's despawned, considering the number of locos that have spawned in around the map. Here. Here. And here already. Why is this one still there? We've paid off its fees. Right, here we go. We are now arriving. I'm quite excited here. Slightly anxious just to see what happens. I think it should be fun. We've got a 70 limit here. It's going to get a bit tighter as we go in though. So we'll just ease back because we're going to be doing a stop anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do is go back here. And I think we might lose signal. Oh, if I could actually even get on this train, that would help. So I can see there. I want the rear D6 to be past this point here. As this curls round, I'm hoping that we keep within signal range enough. Here's the rear one. So, once she gets up past here, we can start to hit the brakes. I'm trusting everything's set up correctly. In fact, you can see the front locos there. I'm trusting everything's good here. Okay, I couldn't say better than that. So this one's going to be going that way. So, we don't have any lights on here, which is kind of odd. Oh, it's because I put it on the tail light, isn't it? So there we go. So what I'm going to do here is throw that, which is probably going to cause a bit of drama, to be honest with you. I'm going to switch this off. She's no longer receiving remote instructions. What else am I going to do? I'm going to shut her down. And to be on the safe side, I'm going to put the parking brake on. I'm then going to go back here. Up here. So this first one is 43. No, it's not. The rear one is that one. Yeah. So, that's all good. So we should have here, and I'm doing this quickly, we have got a car 447, and this will go through to 731. So what I'll do is just grab my torch. We're looking for 731, but we know which... Whoa, what happened there? We know which one's 731 because we've got a flag on it. So what's this one? We haven't gone past it, have we? So this is 23. We have gone past it. $23. $43. We haven't lost the flag, have we? Or have I just not been able to see it? Oh, this torch needs charging as well. Is the flag despawned? That says 43. 731. Oh, is the flag on the other side? No. Oh, there it is. And our torch battery's dead. Great stuff. Right. 43. 23. Right, okay. We want to break the train here, basically. And I can't see a thing now. And I don't have the lantern either. So, we're fishing around in the dark, really. Okay. So, we are officially split. Meaning this part of the train can move forward, leaving this part here. So our front two orders are now on their joyful way. And I'm going to quickly go here then and see what's cracking up here. Can't believe my torch is dead. That is actually ridiculous. Lighting here is very poor anyway until you actually get inside, so a double whammy of uppercuts to the jaw. Can we boost this headlight a little bit? There we go. Right, so our rear cars are those ones now. This is our rearmost cars. There's 12 cars going into B5I. So, we'll just ease back a little bit here because we're going to be taking some fairly tight turns here going in. Yeah. I was thinking this one was leading there then. I was like, why is it going there and then that way? It's not, it's here. So this is the loading bay we're passing through. So this is on the map here. We can't really see, sorry. You might be able to see a bit better now. So this is here we're passing through now. We'll come alongside B. We're going to come round and end up a roundabout here where we've just sort of diverted off from. And I'm hoping that there's enough track to allow the train to come round, and I'm pretty sure there is because of the sheer amount. Actually, we can switch all these off now, these remotes as well. Because they will be stopping us from using the slug if we need it. So if we were to fire up, we should hear the slug. which we can't. But it's alright, that's happened to us before. I think we had to just shut everything off and start over. Okay, so this is the lane that we're aiming for, I believe. B5I. We'll have a look in a sec. But I'm pretty sure if we go B there, you'll see 5I is there, and you can see ahead. I don't know if you can see that there. Those two switches there lighting up through the map. In fact, if I turn sideways slightly, you might see a bit better. You see there in front of us now? There's various switches lighting up. Well, B5I is right next to us there to the left. We're coming along here. B5I is here. Lovely red there. So what we're going to do is get a move on. And we're heading round there. And by the time we get to round there, the rear of this train should be ready to be reversed into where it needs to go. In fact, once we get so far around, I'm going to jump to the back and just use the remote. Because that's the absolute art of it. And there's our D6 there, ready to come this way. And that A yard is beyond there, so we need to go forward and then reverse in. If you've never been here before, it might not make sense, and the map is very complex, but I like it. I like it complex. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's our other D6 there, so... Well, I know for a fact that there's nothing for this to crash into here. So, going this way, in fact, the rearmost part of the train has already gone through here. So we're all good. Yeah, she's well and truly clear. She's well and truly clear, so we just need to go far enough forward to pass this next switch, and then we're good. Front locos will probably be around there somewhere now, if we can see them. If we can't see them now, we'll see them in a sec. Right, there's train, so... I was hoping to see them. Can't quite. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. We can see the train going around, so... we are just about ready here now to reverse in here. B5I. And we want 12 cars here, so going from 879 to 808. So, this is 879. Where is 808? Yeah, it's 23. 23. 127 397. Loads of them, isn't there? There it is, 808. 887 is the next order, so 808 is the one that we want. So this car needs to be in. Looks like everything's feeding in there nicely, so far so good. I'm really pleased, actually. Yeah, just going to have a quick look, see if we've got any other options for this next drop off. I mean, we don't really... yeah, we're just going to put her into A2I just by reversing in. Exactly what we planned. I'm not going to change it. Beautiful amount of cars going in here though. Absolutely wonderful. There's our locos. Alright. So we could use this uncoupler device, but I can't. It's quicker just to do it like this for this one and not try to count. I'm hoping that's the right one though. 808, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll put her into drive. Release the brake. I just put like one notch on. Just need to try and find the parking brake here in the dark if I can. All we need is one parking brake on. There we go. Right, what we'll do is while she's pulling forward, we'll go and validate this order. Right, so she's done. 43, nearly 44,000 for that one. So yeah, money's up. She's pulling nicely forward. Right, let's just run across here. It's difficult to see in the dark though. I mean, that's one of the key issues here. Makes it slightly more challenging. Right, so this is A next to us here now, so A2I we should see on this piece of sign. A2I, yeah. So what we want to do is get past that with our rearmost car from this set now. So you can see now we're actually pointing in the opposite direction on the track. Which isn't really helpful. I mean, what it will mean is if we come round, we'll be able to head back where we came from. But yeah, decent amount of power up front there, where we don't need to worry at all about whether we're actually getting this job done or not, because we certainly are. Thankfully, it's been quite smooth, really. What I'm going to do is push these cars far enough back in this siding that we don't need to worry about the other set coming in. Because remember, there's another set of 11 cars to come in here. So it's not, you know, it's not a small feat. I don't know how far back you can get away with going here, actually. I think I mentioned this before, but there's no signage at this end to indicate where the lane begins, but let's just go for that. Because it crosses over the track there. So what I'm going to do here is, because I've got this remote, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 should be the uncouple point. If I use this and rotate this round to position 4, that disconnects there and also applies the parking brake for us, as we've already established in previous videos. I just thought I'd mention it just in case you missed that. There we go. So these locos will now pull forward. While they're going forward, we'll validate this order. And then we've got one left. Alright, so that's all good. 40.6 thousand there. Done. And if you're wondering why I'm pulling these locos forward, it's because they need to be out the way for when this last D6 comes in. Yep, they're taking the time, but basically need enough space here for 11 cars to come past this switch and then reverse in. Hopefully we can go over here while they're coming in and not lose our signal, although we might do here. We'll just put a bit of brake on that one. Oh, where is the door? You know, you could just do with a torch, couldn't you? We did put the parking brake on there. So we'll let those pull forward. Where is our other locos? Must be here somewhere. I don't think they're quite out the way there. We're playing with fire here in some ways. Two things on the move at the same time isn't ideal. Right, I think they're probably out the way now. What we don't have here is the joy of using the remote, which is unfortunate, really. We also have a bit of a slow job on our hands because we've only got one loco. To be fair, we could have reversed those other ones up, couldn't we? Because she's struggling here a little bit. In all fairness, she does have a lot of weight behind her, so she seems to be doing alright now, though. Right, so what I'm doing now is just waiting for these cars to come past this switch here. Hoping those locos are far enough forward. We should really shut them down as well because they're using fuel right now. While also hoping that there's enough space in there to allow us to reverse in. The locos I think are right. I can't actually see where they are. They should have a light on, which, you know, will help, but I think they were quite a way around. In fact, we can look on this map here. So they're not that far actually. Ah, there they are. That's exactly where they are. And we should be pretty good now. Yeah, the rear of the train is well and truly past where we needed it to go past. I need some brakes on. What we'll do is go on this map and throw this switch so that when we reverse we'll be good. The question now, of course, is without the remote, is how far back do we go? We should be used to this because we've done this so much now, where we're reversing in the DE6 with no vision, no visual. I mean, we can see a little bit there, actually. Those cars. Oh, hold on, hold on. Yeah, that switch is right. I just thought I'd make sure we don't want to be ploughing into that DE6 there. That would be a disaster. Very difficult to see. But I think we might have enough space here. Just push her a little bit further. I think I heard the engine labour in there. She might be up against the others. Oh no, she isn't. Alright, good stuff. Right, what we'll do is then disconnect. Well actually, sorry, we'll put the parking brake on. We'll go and get paid and then we'll shut everything down. And then we'll have a little tiny discussion and then we'll wrap things up about maybe discuss what we're doing next. Jobby, let's have a look. So yeah, that one's in as well. 40.6. Nice one. What we'll do is we'll go and shut these girls down. Imagine this D6 will be left here. So we'll switch everything off. Again, I think this one might be, but we'll leave this one as it is for now. We won't put a handbrake on. We'll switch this one off. And for the front one, we will put the handbrake on. There we go. We'll leave the lights on. Just stick some brake on just to be sure. But yeah, the handbrake's on, so it should be fine. What we'll do is, just to wrap things up then, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do hit the like button. Subscribe for more if you want to see more videos like this. Hit me up in the comments section as well. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. We'll take a quick look at the jobs. So that's an offload. That's the one that we've just brought in. Another one that we've just brought in. There's big money flying around here for shunting. Food factory in town. And a logistical haul to coal power plant. So, not a great deal going on in terms of jobs, in terms of excitement. But I do have something lined up for the next episode that I think will be fun. So I want to say thank you so much for joining me for now. Please do take care of yourselves. And I'll catch you guys again soon.